What's up, guys? This is Kephas. I have been waiting over 20 years for this, for the day that I could play Diablo 2 with a controller. Here I am playing it on the Nintendo Switch, and it is a surreal experience. We're going to play the Druid today. I actually have a bunch of characters going, but today we're going to start playing with the Druid. So I've already done a little bit, but we're going to keep going in our adventure. Now, I've already figured out a couple of things on the Switch. It seems like on console, you don't have the same party finder system that you have on the PC with the chat log and like making rooms and stuff like that, which is unfortunate. And the other unfortunate thing on the Switch is that you can only have 4 people in a game, which is really a bummer. I almost said unfortunate for the 5th time. It is a bummer. It's a real shame. Unfortunately, it's not Blizzard's fault. It is Nintendo's fault. It's something to do with the limitations. But anyway, what is cool though is that you can actually find pretty cool like groups. You can even like do Tristram runs. So people that are doing that, they can join Tristram games, which is cool. But it is very limiting on the console. That is one downside. And the other big downside is for me, for now, I haven't had any luck finding parties. I've tried, and unfortunately, I haven't found any games. So, or if I've made a game, no one's joined it. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just the Switch or what, if it's just like because it's early and everybody's playing by themselves. But we're going to play by ourselves. We're going to play private. It is cool that you have a friends list that your friends can find you easily now and join you. It's a lot easier now than it used to be. But yeah, so we're going to play a Druid, and not normally what I would start with. I'm playing a Necromancer and a Druid, and that's just because I really want to play summoner builds right now. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I was playing in Path of Exile, and the Druid is a little bit different for the Necromancer, but it's a lot of fun. I've already got my first wolf. I'm high enough to where I can actually resurrect a wolf. My poor mercenary died. And yeah, so I can summon wolves. I can summon ravens. I can summon up to 4 ravens right now. And that's cool. And I can also summon... well, let's go get some mana. I don't have any mana potions. Let's go ahead and talk to Akara to get our mana back. And then I can summon this thing. This Oak Sage, which gives me more life and gives my pets more life. So right now I have a little bit of an army. My Necromancer has a little bit of a bigger army because he's a little bit of a higher level. But it looks like I actually have some levels to spend points on. So, okay, I'll give some tips as I go. These are just my tips from my experience playing this game. I've played a lot of Diablo 2 over the years, like lots. This is not a nostalgia experience for me. I've been playing Diablo 2 on and off since the game's been out all the way for the past 20 years. So this is like an update for me. Playing it on the console is awesome, and the controller works out really well. So anyhow, we're going to put our points in Vitality for now. I don't recommend, in my experience, in my knowledge, I don't recommend ever putting points in Energy. Energy is pretty useless. It might seem useful early on, but later on, you will find things to give you more energy, and you don't get a lot of value out of putting points in energy. You get a lot more value out of putting points in vitality, and you're going to need that survivability. You will probably need to put some points into strength and dexterity for getting equipment, being able to actually use equipment. That will be necessary, but otherwise, vitality is king in this game. So now we want to spend our skill points. We have a couple of points to spend. I can put more points into Raven and get more ravens to summon, which is fine. And I don't know if I want to go with any creepers yet, vines. I'm not sure if I want to do that. But I do want to get more wolves. Now, something that I was thinking about here is the synergies. So this game is interesting with skills. If you look at the bottom, you will see that this gains benefits from other skills that you put points into. So if I put points into Dire Wolf, I will increase this as well. So that's like in terms of its power, which is pretty cool. Summon... Grizzly also gives me synergy points as well. I imagine that's going to be the same for here. So yeah, if I want to go for a straight up summon build, I'll probably put 20 points into this, and this at least, and maybe ravens as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. I had to look into it a little bit more. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put our 2 points into this, and now we can summon 3 wolves, which is awesome. I can't remember what the maximum amount of wolves you can summon is. It might just be 3. I literally can't remember, but yeah, I know the Necromancer can have tons of pets. The Druid, not as many. And to be honest, I don't even know if a Summoner build is that good. I don't think it is. I will probably respec, which is something that you can do in this game now. Something they added like way later in the game's lifespan. It's kind of crazy. They added respecs in. You were kind of stuck with what you had. But anyhow, what we're going to do today is we are going to go to the Darkwood to get the scroll, to go to the Stony Field to save Deckard Cain. Now, I was kind of lame. I went ahead and played a little bit preemptively. I did a little bit. I didn't want to like just make a game and go do the Den of Evil, you know, something that people have probably done 1,000 times. I think it's more fun to do Tristram. And Tristram is a very important part of the game early on. Not for very long, but for a brief moment in time, Tristram is very, very important. So we're just going to kind of roam around, get some experience, nothing too crazy. And what we're looking for is a tree that will have a scroll on it that we'll need to unlock the portal in the Darkwood to get to Tristram and save Deckard Cain. Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for a 20-year-old game. But yeah, that's the idea here. I'm just picking up all these buffs. I think buffs stack. You don't see it, but I'm pretty sure they do. I also need to repair my stuff, but it's fine. Now, I do have a little bit, it is a little challenging for me to keep track of my pets. It's a little bit easier, oddly, as a necromancer because they're much easier to see. Of course, I'm visually impaired, so, like, especially the ravens are very hard for me to see. The wolves aren't as hard, but, yeah, they're a little bit easier to see, but, yeah, it's still kind of crazy. Gotta kill these shamans first. Make sure you always kill the shamans when you're fighting these fallen. They can be very annoying. Shamans will resurrect them. Now, another bit of advice here. Okay, so sorry I'm just like giving advice. I feel like a grizzled vet. When you see charms, they might not seem like that big a deal. Pick them up. Charms are very important in this game. Large charms, small charms especially, are very important. And you might not get a lot of, like, you might not get anything good from one. It might be something dumb like increases attack damage by 1 or something like that. That's not really worth it. But what you can get with those is resists. So getting increased resistances is very important, very helpful. You can also get increased like attack rating and different things like that, especially if you find like magic find on those. That can also be very, very useful if you're going for a magic find build, which is what I recommend starting off with, is a good magic find character that will help you out in terms of gearing up all your characters, which is much easier now because you share a stash. So yeah, there's a lot to consider. Now, like, if you're just playing this game for fun, don't take too much of my advice to heart. Just have fun. Do whatever you want to do. Like, I will probably change my druid from a summoner to an elementalist eventually. Probably a wind druid. You know, I honestly probably won't even, like, level this character first to max. I'll probably switch over to a cold sork. Make a cold magic find blizzard sorceress. Because she has teleport, and that's important early on. Oh, geez, those hurt. That's very important early on. Teleport is very helpful in terms of navigating to the bosses very quickly, up until you can get an Enigma. On other characters, Sorceress is just really awesome and powerful. So that's also something else. Okay, here's our tree. Oh, wait. Is this a tree? This is a tree. It is the tree. Okay, there we go. Now, we got our scroll of infuse... whatever that said. Okay, take this town portal scroll, and we will go ahead and use it. So I have a there we go. So there's a town portal. We go back to town. Easy peasy, no big deal. I am going to go ahead and talk to Akara because I'm hurt. It's always good if you're in town, if you have no health or mana or whatever, just go talk to your healer. She'll give you health back. That way you don't have to use your potions. It's very handy. Yeah, anyways, okay, so here we go. Now, yeah, so it's always good to start out with a magic find build, something that you can travel quickly. You can do a hammered in, you can do a cold sork, you can really do whatever you want. Elemental druid is okay. It's not as good as like a sorceress or a hammered in my opinion. And then of course you can do a summoner necro. They're okay for certain things. They're not necessarily great for bosses, but if you're doing things like Countess runs, arcane sanctuary runs, different things like that, they can actually be very useful. If you're doing chaos runs, they can be very good for that as well. So there's a lot of different things to consider, and honestly, like, for me, I like to play a lot of different characters. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea. I'll probably switch over to a cold sorceress, get that going so I can do Mephisto runs, Maybe if I get strong enough, I can do Bale runs, but Sorceress is particularly good at doing Mephisto runs. We got an experience shrine. That's cool. But Mephisto is not necessarily the best boss. I feel like Bale might be better, or Chaos might be better. Bale's definitely good for experience. You'll get a lot of people to join those games. Usually, at least you did on the old game. I don't know how it'll be now. And that'll be very, because like the more people that join, I believe the game gets harder and the better chance you have of getting drops. Of course, you have to fight other people for those drops. That's the only downside. So it's entirely up to you how you do it. If you get really good at like navigating the map, especially with teleport, you can get to Bale or whatever boss you're going after very, very quickly, and then you can just do runs really fast. And that's honestly like the end of the game can be very brain melting, and it's not for everyone because it's very repetitive. You join it, you make a game, you go kill the boss. You leave the game and you make a new game, you go kill the boss again, and you can do that hundreds of times. And yeah, I mean, that's usually how it goes. And so Mephisto is very quick compared to other bosses. Of course, you know, like Bale takes a little bit longer. But Bale has a good drop chance for stuff. Mephisto has a good chance for certain things. I believe Mephisto you can get your Shaco, which is one of the best helms in the game for Magic Find. Yeah, I'm probably dumping all kinds of information. I'm actually kind of working it out because it has actually been a little bit since I've played. Like I said, usually I've been playing this game on and off for like the past 20 years. Usually every couple of years I'll play, and I think actually was about 2 or 3 years ago when I played, but I actually didn't get to the end game this past time. I just kind of like played for a little bit and moved on to something else. But usually I will actually play through, get a max level character, and do runs and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it. It's definitely like, I mean, you know, it's fun to level up. It's fun to get to the end, you know, and work your way there and like try to get other characters up, especially like once ladder season starts. I'm hoping that like this time, like with ladder, that over time they'll start doing cool things with each ladder season like they do with Diablo 3. I don't know what exactly. I don't want them to make it too easy, like giving you sets for free. I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, for Diablo 3, that's fine, but for Diablo 2, I don't think that would be very good. But they could do cool things, like, I don't know, something new. It'd be cool if they add some type of new content, I think. I think it would be, especially for ladder. But who knows? You know, it's hard to say what they'll do. Honestly, it's just nice to play the game again. And I will say, this is a very faithful port. You got to give it to Vicarious Visions. They have a good track record for porting, for upgrading games, for making remakes and remasters. I mean, they're good at it, and they do a good job. And like Tony Hawk's good. I think they're involved with. Were they involved with Crash and Spyro? I know that was like Toys for Bob. I can't remember if it's the same people. I'm not sure if it's the same company or not, but they're Vicarious Visions. I know they did the Tony Hawk one. I know they've done other ones that are really good. So I had a lot of confidence in them, and I feel like they've done very well. You know, there are some minor things. There's no ladder yet, which is a bummer for some. I love playing on the ladder. I can't wait for ladder, but I don't mind not having ladder for now, as long as they get it relatively soon. I haven't experienced any major glitches. I know some people have. I haven't ran into anything yet. Overall, the game just feels great to play. They did a really good job porting it to console. I feel like a controller is natural. I have so many keyboard, or not keyboard, but like key options for different abilities. It's very easy to set up. It's very easy to navigate the menus. It took me a second. It was a little bit weird at first because I actually did play this game, obviously, with the mouse and keyboard for years. But it only took me like maybe an hour, and then that was fine. Ooh, here we go. We found it. I went everywhere else before I actually got to the thing that we were looking for. Okay, so I need to survive. Now I should probably pay attention. I didn't have any ravens out. There we go. Got our ravens back. So you can see I'm running out of mana. And having energy early on might help a little bit. And, you know, you do whatever you want to do with that. I mean, it's up to you. My advice is to not spend points in energy. But you can always respec later, too. So that's always something to consider. You get respecs. So you only get a limited number of respecs, though. So use them wisely. Okay. So you use this thing. And it's in a perfect circle, which is funny. It doesn't usually happen that way. But there we go. Now, which one is it first? Is it this one? Yeah, that one. And then we just go in a circle. Once you activate this, it'll always be activated. And here's the cool thing about Tristram is you unlock, you save Cain, and once you save Cain, you get free identifications, which basically means you don't need scrolls of identification anymore. And at least for the mode you're in, then you got to do it again in the next mode. But still, And then Tristram is a great place to level up for a little while. I think you can level up to 15 very quickly here. So you can keep doing Tristram runs. It's definitely better if you do Tristram runs with other people. So like max out your group. Back in the day, it was very easy to do. People were doing Trist runs all the time. Nowadays, I'm not sure how it's going to go. Like I said, I have very poor luck finding groups. But, oh shoot. Okay. There's Griswold. Poor Griswold. But yeah, so you can actually level up here. Like if you find, like, if you're able to find groups, you could literally make a brand new character level 1, join Trist runs from the very beginning, and in very short time max out, like get your character to level 15, like very quickly, probably within like 10 or so maybe more than that, but maybe within like 20 or so runs, 10 to 20 runs, you'll be leveled up pretty quickly. Of course, I do recommend that you do some content. You might want to unlock your mercenary. You might want to, I mean, you don't have to, but it's mercenaries help. You probably want to do the Den of Evil. You know, that's definitely something you want to do because you get a free skill point and your respec. You want to do that quest. So it's up to you what you do. But of course, if you run Tristram, get to level 15, and then go do that content, it's very, very easy. So something to consider. I mean, it's entirely up to you. But as you can see, now it's probably not going to be as fast now. Like if you come in here at level 1 and you have people in here that can do this, like kill these things really quickly, you will shoot up in experience. It's crazy. And there is a method to leveling up quick, to rushing to high levels. You can probably do it if you have the right help, if you have people that can help you, or you are lucky. You could probably level up a character within a day, easily, and just rush. And so the way, if I remember right, the way you do it is, and it's not easy. Like it's actually kind of difficult because I think there are like little locks in that you're going to need help with. I don't even know if you can do the glitch anymore. You used to be able to do a glitch where you could do certain quests like at like level 1, which I don't know if you, like, there are certain things that you can't do. Like you have to, like, I think it's, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think like to get to Baal, you had to fight the ancients, and that was a pain. So like what people would usually do is they would glitch it. Where is this guy? Okay, shamans have to die. There we go. But anyhow, you could straight up get to Chaos and Hell, do Chaos runs, which is where Diablo's at, and level up there indefinitely. That's one way to do it. That's a little bit harder. The other option, and the more common like one to do, there, save Dagger Kane. The more common one that people do is, so you level up in Tristram to 15, and then you do Magi. Is it like something? I forget. It's not Cavern of the Magi. I don't think that's it, but it's the Magi place, which is the end of Act 2. You do that. You clear those with a group, and you'll get to like level 24, and then you go and do your arcanes. No, sorry, trying to think. You do your Ancients quest because you get a free level up there, which brings you to 25, and then you do Baal until 40. Or you can do Chaos, but Baal is usually easier. It's up to you what you do, though. I think Baal's better. I'm not 100% sure, but you can do Chaos or Baal. So Diablo or Baal. And then once you hit 40, you go to Nightmare. You go straight to Baal, and then you level up in Nightmare Baal to 60. And then once you do that, also we're done here, so we can go back to town. Oh, I have like tons of town portals. Also, let's see what our charm is. Gold for monsters. I'll hang on to it for now. It's not great, but it's fine. And then once you get to 60 in Nightmare, you go to Hell and you do Baal to max, or however long you want to do it. I mean, it takes a very long time to get to like level 99, but you don't necessarily have to be level 99 to be effective in this game. I think 80 is pretty much, you're pretty much able to do anything easily. 99 is just like overkill. But anyhow, that's how you power level. It's not too difficult to do. It just takes a little bit of time. You need a little bit of luck. But yeah, so there you go. Oops, didn't mean to drop that. So, still learning this controller scheme. All right, so we're going to sell some stuff. That is not a bad weapon. I might keep that for my barbarian. You only need to be level 4, and it does a lot of damage. So, this we will equip. I like that I can actually equip in the middle of the game, which is nice. We got a ring. I think I can just equip that. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to keep the rest of this stuff. I actually sell these gems for now. Yeah, chip gems or whatever. You get a little bit of gold. It's fine. There's one more. And this charm is kind of useless, but I want to hang on to it just because, you know. What you can eventually do is roll charms, which is very handy. So you can put them in your Heraldric Cube, and I think you put them with like gems or something like that, and then you can randomly get different stats, which is kind of handy. So let's go ahead and view the stash, and we're going to put this, there we go. We're going to put this in here with my single Neph rune, which I got. One rune so far in this game. Let's keep playing. I'm having fun. So let's go ahead and summon back our ravens again. There we go. And I don't believe I leveled up there. Oh no, I did level up. I almost leveled up twice. I'm gonna put more points into vitality. Vitality is king. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and put a point into wolf. Yeah. Oh, you do get 4. Okay, so wow. So you do get more than 3 wolves. I don't know why I remembered it as 3. That's funny. But 4 wolves is better than 3. I love it. I love summoner builds. I think old school summoner builds in Diablo 2 are way better than the Necromancer in Diablo 3. Or the, you know, what else is there? The Witch Doctor. I think there's like a Marauder build for Demon Hunter. They're nothing compared to the old school summoner builds. And I think, and one thing I like about Path of Exile is you can have those old school style summoner builds and get tons of minions. Let's go and pick up that mana potion. Why not? Mana potions are pretty useful, honestly, especially like if you're a sorcerer, if you're using skills. I mean, as a necromancer and as a druid, I don't use a lot of skills, but if you're playing a sorcerer, you absolutely need mana potions. So they are definitely handy. So yeah, that's something to think about as well. Like I said, tons of information here. Basically what we're doing now is we're looking for the Countess. I forget what it's called, but it's basically where the Countess is. It's easy to find. Just keep your map up. Sorry if this map is annoying. I kind of keep it up on my screen at all times. It's easy to navigate with it up. And I like to keep it in the middle of the screen instead of up on the corner because I'm nearsighted. So, you know, having to look up away is a little bit annoying, so it's a little bit more convenient to have it in the middle. It's just a preference thing though, but you definitely want to use your map. It's kind of like a mini map, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more old school. But yeah, we're just gonna keep running around here, try not to die, and we're about to level up again, which is kind of crazy. Now if you are playing this game normally, like if you're just like going through and doing all the quests, you know, you're not trying to rush. You don't need to do the Tristram runs. You can if you want to, but I mean, honestly, if you just keep going through and doing all the quests like normal, then you'll level up no problem. I mean, you really will. Like, I'm already leveling up. Like, just doing the Den of Evil, Blood Raven, getting to the Darkwood, getting to the Black Marsh. I got to level 8, which is, you know, didn't take too long. It is much faster to do runs though. Like if you know, it's up to you how you do it, but it is obviously like if you go right from the beginning of the game and just beeline to the Stony Field and do Tristram runs with people, you will level up very quickly. So, but you don't have to. It's entirely up to you how you play the game. But if you're trying to be efficient, here we go. Then doing power leveling stuff is very effective. So yeah, the Forgotten Tower. That's what we're looking for. We need to get to the top floor. We need to kill the Countess. And if I remember right, the Countess is very good to do on Hell. Not only, I believe she drops one of the keys. Oh, look at that. There's already the first door. She drops one of the keys for the Ubers, I believe, along with the Summoner from Act 2, and which is in the Arcane Sanctuary. But I also believe that runes drop a lot in Countess. So if you're on Hell and you want to do something fun, like something different besides like the normal boss runs, then Countess is good. And honestly, having a Necromancer, a Summoner Druid, or a Barbarian, Whirlwind Barb, or something like that is very good for Countess runs. Because I think not only does the Countess drop runes, but I believe a lot of the other enemies can drop runes as well. So, but I could be wrong about that. I'm a little bit fuzzy on every detail. But I do remember doing tons of Countess runs back in the day. What was fun is, so I had my cousin and I played this game a lot, and that's part of why I love it so much. It's a big part of it. A lot of my family played Diablo 2. A lot of them are excited to play this game again. But my cousin and I were big into this. We played together. And what we would do is we would divide it up, because to do Uber runs, you have to get the key of hate, the key of destruction, and the key of... I forget the third one. There's another key involved. Let's get our ravens back. They died. Jeesh. But there's 3 keys, and then you combine those into your cube, and it opens up a portal to a boss. And you fight the first boss. I won't say who it is, but when you kill them, you get their organ. And then you have to get 3 more keys, same keys. And then if you have the first organ, it'll open up a portal to another boss, and you'll get the second organ. And then you do it one more time, and you get the third organ. So it takes 9 keys in total, 3 of each key, to get all 3 organs. And then you combine the organs, and then you go and you fight really hard versions of the primevals, all at the same time. It's very difficult, and it takes a lot of work to get to. So you want to make sure that you're prepared and you're actually able to handle that. But you get a really good item if you beat them, a very, very good item. So it's worth doing it at least once. To get that item. I think you can do it more than once, but it's obviously a lot of work. So anyhow, what my cousin and I would do is he would go farm one of the keys, and I would go farm a different one. And so we would just we would just do it together anyway. So we would just combine all the keys, like all of our work, get tons of keys. I remember having an entire stash full of keys on a mule, and then I would just give him the keys when we were ready to do it. It was crazy how many keys we actually had. So, yeah, that was something that we did. But doing Countess was awesome because you could get runes also. So it was like killing 2 birds with 1 stone or whatever. Don't need those scrolls of identity anymore. Identification. I do need to heal, though. One of the things that's challenging for me in this game is, since I am nearsighted and I have no peripheral vision, is keeping track of my health. What I wouldn't give for a health bar above my head for Diablo 2. That would be a quality of life improvement that would help me a lot for sure, because I had to look away from the fight to look down to the corner of the screen to see how much health I have. Sometimes I get caught off guard and I die. That's one of the reasons why I like doing summoner builds, because I can kind of stay away from the action. Eventually I will be a sorceress or a Hammerden, and it's not going to be a problem, especially a Hammerden. If this game really is a faithful recreation, Hammerdens are going to be insane. Whoa! That was a lot of damage. Let's heal up. I'm just going to stay back. Whoa, oh, wow. Oh, our pets are dying. Okay, get our oak back out there. Ooh, our wolf died. Oh no, and I don't have any mana. Oh goodness, that's not good. That fire hurts, man. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, okay, yeah. Opening up a portal. Not a bad idea. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back to town. We are going to go back to town. Yeah, one thing that's very helpful is if you think you might die in a place, you don't feel fully safe, open up a portal at the entrance, and that way you can get back really quick, because when you die, you lose your gear. You have to run back to your body to get your gear back. So, yeah, don't make the mistake of not being prepared for that. We're just going to talk to Akara. There we go. One more. Akara, thank you. Now, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, trade. Now, let's go ahead and buy some potions. Yeah, we're going to need some, for sure. So we're going to buy 2 of those. And we're going to buy 2 of those. And then we are going to go ahead and buy 2 more of those. So you just use the D-pad to heal, to use your potions, which is perfect. The only problem is I forget which D-pad button is the right button. So, oh, and our mercenary died as well. But my mercenary isn't geared, so of course she died. You know, I probably shouldn't have summoned Wolf on A. That's probably a mistake, because that uses up a lot of my mana. But okay, let's go back. We're almost there. We're making progress. Okay, let's go ahead and open up our portal again. There we go. So hotbar is very helpful. There we go. I like to put my main attack, my primary attack, on right trigger. It feels natural to do that. Okay, gotta run through this fire. Ooh, this. Oh, that's a Countess. Oh, we're there. Holy crap! I thought there were more than 5 floors. Wow. Ooh, we got 2 runes. Ith rune. That's one of the 3 runes you need for Enigma, which is it's the easier one to get, but still, you got an Ith rune. That's awesome. Ith runes are very useful for other things as well. So, holy cow. Let's see what we got here. Hard leather armor. We'll take that. Nothing great in terms of that stuff, but wow, that was nuts. I did not expect to just like beat that. That was crazy. So we go ahead and take these keys. It's good to have keys in case you run into locked chests. So we beat the Countess. That's awesome. Got a couple runes out of the deal, which is also awesome. And we completed the quest. So there you go. So we saved Cain. We killed the Countess. Got some runes. Got some gear. I'm going to go repair. Everybody wants to talk to me right now, so I'm going to talk to everybody. Identify my stuff. I'm going to go talk to Charcy and begin the next quest. But I'm going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love this game. This is by far one of my favorite games of all time. So if you want to see more Diablo, by all means, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook, and if you'd like, you can support my work on Patreon. Links to all that stuff can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.